logged out. She's the Laker fan. So for you were giving me scoring updates on the Lakers and the Jazz. What's happened? And earlier, the Lakers were up big early. It seems like maybe the Jazz pulled it back a little closer, and then I don't know. I don't know what happened. I just saw it. Dang it. It went off the screen. Yeah, 99-90 in the fourth. How much time's left? Flip this on. I don't want to sit here and watch TV. Man. But is this not? This is good at the NBA, right? That like a lot of these playoff games are on at just normal times people can watch. Now, some of them run late, but still, there's basketball on every night for dinner. Really, we're down while we're watching dinner, watching NBA playoffs. Perfect. That's totally accessible, and that's a big part of why some sports are losing their ratings is they're on so late. Nobody can stay up. Kids love sports. Kids are in bed. Grown-up men love sports, but they have to work. So the NBA is being very accessible during the playoffs this year. And especially on the weekend, they're just on all day, clear into the night. And we're about to see some good series. Orlando and Detroit might not be that good of it. Detroit could put it on Orlando. Unless, Dwight Howard just goes off. But Utah and LA is going to be a great series. And San Antonio, New Orleans, forget about the 20-point win or whatever happened last night. That's going to be a good series. Trust me, New Orleans is not just going to mop up on San Antonio. It's just not going to happen like that. Promise. New Orleans is a great team. They're not just going to dominate San Antonio by 20 points every game. Game 1 was in New Orleans. That team was incredibly psyched to be out there playing against the defending champs. David West went off for 30 points. That was a hell of a game. Well, not ultimately with the score, but just for the Hornets, it's good to see somebody really beat down the Spurs. Even though I just don't think it's going to keep up. The Spurs are too good of a team to just lay down and die to a team like the Hornets. So this is going to be a good series, one to keep an eye on for sure. And already, Tyson Chandler, Tim Duncan, a little pushing and shoving. That could be a fun matchup to watch. And obviously there's the Tony Parker and what's the kid's name? God, I'm an idiot. And Chris Paul. Obviously that'll be a fun one. Two of the fastest guys in the league. So this is going to be a good one. Don't let the 18-point or 20-point win fool you. This will be a good series. And then, so Boston goes on to play Cleveland next. And that starts Tuesday. Yeah, see, if I'm Cleveland, after watching what Atlanta was able to do, I don't know, I'm going in here with a little more confidence than I would have normally. Hey, you got to run on the Celtics. Yeah, it's got to be up-tempo, high-paced basketball. I think the Cavs are capable of playing at a higher pace than the Celtics, even though they don't typically. The Cavs aren't really an up-tempo, fast-breaking team, but I think that the Hawks have shown the Celtics have a tough time with teams that run on them. They obviously figured something out for this last game, for Game 7. But, come on, that was in Boston. And the Celtics are just a much better team. This game should have taken place, 3 games ago. They should have never got this far. They should have went Game 5 max. And now, you're looking, listen, Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, and Paul Pierce aren't old guys, but they're sure not young. All right, it's been a long season. They've been working hard all season. They just get out of a grueling battle with the Atlanta Hawks of all people, who, by the way, were running them up and down the floor like crazy, which takes a toll on your legs. And now they're going up against Cleveland, a team that went all the way to the finals last year. It's going to be tough for Boston. Sorry, Smith Dog. And, and I don't know who I'm pulling for. This is what's happening to me in these playoffs. It's like I don't know who I'm pulling for in some of these series. Obviously, I want New Orleans to beat San Antonio, and I would love to see Orlando beat Detroit, even though I don't think that can happen. But Cleveland and Boston, I can't pick a favorite there. I love LeBron, but at the same time, I'm a big fan of the Big Three in Boston. I mean, Jazz, Lakers, I'm a huge Kobe Bryant fan, but the Jazz are, of course, led by Deron Williams, who went to Illinois, which is the team that I've been a fan of my whole life. So I have I root for Utah anyways, and LA anyway. So it's like I don't know who I'm pulling for.